What's up, guys? I am so exhausted. It's not even funny. Wow, though, things are coming together. I made some phone calls this morning and had therapy for like an hour or so. That was really, really, really helpful. God bless her. God bless that therapist. So I'm gonna, yes, I got housing, so I don't have to sleep on a rock or a bench without a blanket. Like I've done for the past 2 nights. I get to sleep in a bed with blankets inside with safety for the next 2 nights. So I got a referral. I feel all fancy and special. I got a referral to a shelter or something like that. So or like it's like they assist in helping you find an apartment after you've stayed at the shelter. So like I got it all figured out. Like I'm gonna get a spot of my own or something, or like learn how I can do that after I come back, after I graduate on the West Coast, because I don't think it would make much sense to put first and last and deposit down for an apartment if I were just gonna move August 18th to finish my last term, fall term on the West Coast. So, but like following these steps, I got so much relief and security with following through these steps, because I got housing for the next 2 weeks, or for the next 2 days, excuse me. And then on Monday is when this place they were telling me about that I got a referral to opens up, and they help you find like a new spot. So even if I don't want to like put money down right away for a spot, that means like they still have resources to do that for. So things are on the up and up. I'm gonna go get like some coffee and breakfast. I did want to share how God came through this morning for me. There was like this moment where like I was really stressed out because there was a miscommunication between what the address was for the shelter, and I couldn't reach the phone number. I wasn't able to call it back and verify. And so I was having to Google and do like detective work and like just kind of like go by guessing and elimination, and like context clues of like, I think she said White Plains Road, and there's confusion about White Plains Road, which is a road in the Bronx, and then the confusion of a whole city that's upstate called White Plains. So it was this thing, and then they were like telling me that all you need to do to get a hold of the people is like dial 311, and so I tried that, and then like my phone just like did this like thing where it was like unable to be completed at this time, and I was just so fed up and stressed out, and I'm also like running on very little sleep, so I threw my phone down onto, like, it was gonna be this concrete right here, but God saved me, or I just have terrible aim or something, and I was really upset, but it somehow landed on the bush, and then like ricocheted, like, so it hit nice comfy bush and like landed right here. And then I stormed off and cried and like went to the river, and there was this lady walking by, and it was really embarrassing, but then actually her just walking by calmed me down, and I didn't cry that long at the river. I just got a catch of my breath. But I left my like backpack up here, and like my phone was just laying here. But yeah, I was so like upset about nothing working out, and the people weren't being very compassionate either. And that's always a trigger. I don't get why people who work at like shelters and homeless shelters are like not practicing patience with people. Like you guys understand that we really need sympathy at this time in our lives right now, right? So anyway, like it fell right here, it bounced off the bush, landed right here, and then I was crying and like just like having like I was having a moment. It was a breakdown moment, and then I went and sat, and I put my feet in the creek, and I was like this like funny like little instinct or something to like calm me down, and then I like kind of like splashed the water around, and I just like caught a hold of my breathing, and then like practiced like regulating my breathing, and then it wasn't like crying anymore. It was just like, I was like, okay, all you need to do, I was just like trying to like reassure myself, like all you need to do is call 311 back, and then deduce from there and work backwards. But it was stressful because I was accidentally falling asleep during the phone call when she was giving me the referral, and then I wrote 291 White Plains Road, but the address is 2901. So it's just I was really distraught about the numbers and the logistics and the details of such important information, and I couldn't even believe that I would gotten 2 nights at a shelter because the lady that I spoke to like coordinated all of that last minute after hearing my story and stuff and listening for an hour. And so that's why I almost like even like gave up. I was like, oh gosh, I'll just go, because it can be a thing to stay at a shelter. Like it can be complicated. So I was like, gosh, I'll just like stay at a hotel again. But I was like, no, like save the money. So then I was like, okay, I can do this. And so calm myself down, regulated my breathing, just try to reassure myself, you're gonna be okay. All you need to do is follow these steps and take your time and stuff. So I saw the woman again on the other side of the river that was walking on the path when I was coming down, and like I had sunglasses on so she couldn't see my face, but I was literally like, you know, like when you're bawling, crying and stuff, like you're very loud and stuff. I was like, ah! And then I saw her walk on the path on the other side of the river, and then when I saw her again, it like calmed me down again. And then I was like, I like didn't feel like the need to cry. I don't know what, like that woman like didn't even say anything to me. She was walking on the path as I was coming down to the riverbank to cool off and cry by the riverbank, and like just put my feet in the water and splash some waters around in my hand and practice regulating my breathing. But yeah, when I don't get enough sleep, it can be really challenging to regulate my emotions, especially when things get stressful like that. And I didn't want to let it go, and I didn't want to let the opportunities slip through my fingers, because that's 2 free nights of housing. So I was like, I gotta get this. Now that I'm, I think calibrated for the most part, at least, I'm just gonna go get a coffee and take it easy and maybe try and get some sleep, because I think that would make me feel better. Most definitely it would. I think I've only, like, in the past 48 hours gotten like 2 hours of sleep. I've been walking and working most of it too. So I'm at my limits, but I can never be pushed over my limits because I don't know. God just gave me the strength where nothing can break me. So I can get frustrated and I can get upset and I can even have little breakdowns and cry, but nothing will ever break me. Alright, chosen ones. I think I'm just gonna get a coffee and then like try and get some sleep. And go check in at the shelter. So that's exciting. I also need to study for my paper. And I have physical therapy at 1. And it's 7:23 right now. So maybe I can just 7:23, girl, you got this. Okay. It's like early in the day. You're still on the ball early, going at it. Get a coffee and maybe write some poetry. Maybe go do some sightseeing in Yonkers that I haven't seen before, because I really like this area. And take my sweet time making it to physical therapy. Maybe take a nap in the park, in Morris Park, before physical therapy. Yes, I can admit that was a stressful morning, but it was honestly worth it in order to get this information that I needed. It was the address and the phone number to the shelter. Perfect storm for creating stress for me just now. All of that, the sound of the construction in the background and the cars driving by. These big old trucks, like big trucks driving by. So I was 2901, 291, what? Like, it was just, it can be so much. Life can be so much. But that. We got this, you guys. I got this. Whew. Stay tuned for more awesome content. Once I'm done like surviving, I think I'll be able to focus a little bit more on like actual content. So that'll be fun. And you know I appreciate you guys so much. All right, just know that. So you know what comes next. Stay safe. Sorry. Stay blessed. Stay chosen. Peace.